Let me tell you a story that might sound familiar. In 2008, I graduated college with $32,000 in student loan debt. It took me 12 years to pay it off. 12 years of monthly payments, interest piling up, financial stress hanging over every decision I made. Fast forward to today. I have 2 kids, ages 10 and 8, and I promised myself they will not go through what I went through. So I started researching, and what I discovered made me angry. Really angry. Hi, I'm Jessica L. Stevenson. I'm a parenting author, blogger, and most importantly, a parent just like you. I have 2 kids, and I've written multiple books about parenting through every stage, from newborns to adult children. But before I became a parenting expert, I was a struggling college graduate buried in debt, and that experience changed how I approach my own children's future. Everything I share on this channel, from my blog, Jessica's Parenting Journal, to my books, comes from real research, real experience, and a real desire to help other parents avoid the mistakes I made. Here's what I found. In Germany, my kids could go to a world-class university, completely free, not reduced tuition, not scholarships they'd have to compete for, just free, for everyone, including international students. The same is true in Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland. Meanwhile, in the United States, we're drowning in $1.8 trillion. Yes, trillion with a T, in student loan debt. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. The United States is facing a full-blown student debt crisis. As of 2024, Americans owe $1.814 trillion in student loans. The average borrower carries $39,079 in debt. That's like buying a brand new car, except you can't drive it, and it follows you for decades. And here's what makes it worse. This debt doesn't just affect students, it affects parents. Many of us co-sign loans, take out Parent Plus loans, or deplete our retirement savings trying to help our kids avoid debt. We sacrifice our financial futures for theirs. But wait, America isn't alone. Let's look at the United Kingdom. UK students can access student loans from the government, which sounds great, until you realize what comes next. The average UK student graduates with £53,000 in debt, about $67,000. The total national student loan debt in the UK has ballooned to over £200 billion. Here's the kicker. UK student loans come with income contingent repayment, meaning you only pay when you earn above a certain threshold. Sounds reasonable, right? Except the interest rates are so high that many graduates never actually pay down the principal. They're just servicing interest for decades. Now let's head to Australia, where they have something called HECS, the Higher Education Contribution Scheme. It's a study now, pay later system. Sounds great in theory. But here's what happened. Inflation hit, and HECS debts were indexed. That means adjusted for inflation by 7.1% in just 1 year. Students who thought they owed $30,000 suddenly owed $32,000 without borrowing a single extra dollar. Graduates watched their debt grow faster than they could pay it off. It got so bad that in 2024, the Australian government announced a 20% reduction in student debt just to help people get out from under it. So that's the bad news. The US, UK, and Australia, 3 wealthy, developed nations, are all drowning in student debt. But here's where the story changes. What if I told you there's another way? Germany, one of the world's strongest economies, home to some of the best universities on the planet. And here's the thing, it's free. Not just for German citizens, for international students too, including Americans, including your kids. Now, free means tuition is free. Students still pay a small administrative fee, around $170 to $280 per semester. That covers things like public transportation and student services. But that's it. No $50,000 a year tuition. No crippling loans. Germany offers this because they view education as a public good, not a profit center. They invest in students, including foreign students, because they want a highly educated global workforce. But Germany's not alone. Norway takes it even further. Norwegian public universities charge 0 tuition fees, Not even the small semester fee Germany charges. Nothing. And we're not talking about low-quality schools. The University of Oslo ranks among the top universities in the world. Norwegian universities are internationally recognized for programs in engineering, environmental science, and social sciences. The only cost? Living expenses, rent, food, books, but no tuition, ever. Sweden, Denmark, and Finland follow the same model. All Nordic countries offer tuition-free education at public universities. Students may take out loans, but only for living expenses, not for tuition. These countries consistently rank among the happiest and most prosperous in the world. And part of that is because they don't bury their young people in debt before they even start their careers. Imagine graduating college debt-free. Imagine your child starting their adult life without that crushing financial weight. That's the reality in these countries. Let's talk about France. France isn't completely free like Germany or Norway, but it's close. French public universities charge EU citizens just €175 to €250 per year. That's about $190 to $270 per year. Not per semester, per year. So for the cost of textbooks in the US, you could attend a French university for an entire year. France is home to world-renowned institutions like the Sorbonne, Sciences Po, and École Normale Supérieure. Non-EU students pay more, but still far less than American universities. Around €2,770 to €3,770 per year for undergrad. That's roughly $3,000 to $4,000. Compare that to $50,000 plus per year at many U.S. schools. Now, I know what you're thinking. Jessica, this sounds too good to be true. What's the catch? Here's the reality. There are challenges. Your child would be living in a foreign country. There are language barriers, though many programs are taught in English. There's culture shock, homesickness, visa requirements, and the cost of international travel. Not every child is ready for that. And not every family can afford to send their child overseas, even if tuition is free, because living expenses still add up. But, and this is important, for many families, even after accounting for travel and living costs, studying abroad is still cheaper than 4 years at an American university. And your child gets a world-class education, global experience, and fluency in another language or culture. If studying abroad isn't an option, what can you do here in the U.S.? Option 1, community college. Start at a community college for the first 2 years, then transfer to a 4-year university. You get the same degree for a fraction of the cost. Many states have agreements that guarantee transfer credits. Option 2, trade schools. Not everyone needs a 4-year degree. Electricians, plumbers, HVAC technicians, dental hygienists, these careers pay well, have strong job security, and don't require a bachelor's degree. Trade schools are faster and cheaper than traditional college. Option 3, state schools. In-state public universities are significantly cheaper than private schools. Encourage your child to apply for every scholarship possible. Even small ones add up. Option 4, work-study programs. Some universities offer co-op or work-study programs where students alternate between semesters of study and paid work in their field. This reduces debt and gives real-world experience. So what can you do right now, today, to help your child avoid crushing student debt? First, have the conversation early. Don't wait until senior year of high school. Start talking about college costs when your child is in middle school. Make it a normal topic, not a scary one. Second, research together. Look at international options. Look at community colleges. Look at trade schools. Expand your definition of success beyond the traditional 4-year university path. Third, teach financial literacy. Make sure your child understands what student loans actually mean, how interest works, how long it takes to pay them off, how debt impacts their future. And fourth, and this is crucial, don't sacrifice your own financial future. Don't drain your retirement to pay for college. Don't take on Parent Plus loans you can't afford. Your child can borrow for college. You cannot borrow for retirement. Now, if you're watching this and thinking about your teenager's future, or maybe you're already dealing with an adult child struggling with student loan debt, I want to share something with you. I wrote a book called A Practical Guide to Adult Parenting, specifically for parents navigating the challenges of supporting adult children through financial struggles, career transitions, and life setbacks. One of the case studies in the book is about Michael, a young man whose financial independence was completely derailed by student loan debt. His parents thought they'd prepared him for everything, but they hadn't taught him financial management skills. Chapter 4 of the book provides a step-by-step plan for helping your adult child get back on their feet financially, develop budgeting and saving strategies, pay down debt strategically, set boundaries as a parent without abandoning them, and most importantly, how to manage your own stress and expectations through this process. The book includes practical worksheets you can download, including the Motivate framework for supporting your adult child and the self-care system for protecting your own mental health. Because here's the truth, parenting doesn't end at 18. It just gets more complicated and more expensive. But with the right strategies and boundaries, you can support your adult child without sacrificing your own retirement or sanity. Link to the book is in the description below, available on Amazon in Kindle and paperback. And if this video opened your eyes to new possibilities, please hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. I post every week with practical parenting strategies, financial tips, and real solutions for raising kids from birth through adulthood. Thank you for watching. See you in our next video.